All right. What is up? Welcome to another episode of the Comedy's Dead podcast. Um, you know, as I forgot to close Instagram on my phone. Yeah, what's going on? Welcome to another episode. Hope you're having a good week. Let me see what's going on in my life right now. What am I gonna talk about? I'm fucking exhausted right now. Yeah, I've had the longest fucking couple weeks. I have the day off today, and I'm off through the weekend, so I fucking needed it. I haven't had like an extended rest in forever. Even then, it's not an extended rest. I gotta go up to fucking Romney, New Hampshire on Friday. Yeah, Friday, not Thursday. Thursday's Thanksgiving. Yeah, I gotta go up to Romney, New Hampshire on Friday. Today's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, so I'll probably end up going to see some friends and regretting that. And then yeah, what else is going on? I got two shows on Saturday. Democracy Brewing, and then I'm gonna be over at Mendoza Line by Fenway at 9. Um, yeah, busy fucking week, man. I had a really fucking awesome week of shows last week. I was bitching about having to go to the Cape on Wednesday, but I had a fucking blast. I had a really good set. I got like a newer bit that's really going well. I got another new thing I wrote this week that's gonna be hard to pull off. But we'll see if that one goes well. I tried it a couple times at some mics last night. It's getting laughs. It's just, it's a lot of tension. It's exactly what I do on stage. I just build tension and hope it pull it out. Um, that's my type of joke, guys. I like making everybody uncomfortable and hate me, and then try to pull it out at the end. You know, lose the room, lean into it, somehow get a laugh. That's what I'm going for here. But yeah, no, we'll see how that fucking goes. Sorry, I'm fucking out of it right now. Yeah, dude. So that was Wednesday, and then Friday, did I do something Thursday? Was I booked? Did I go anywhere? I'm trying to fucking think. I did. I feel like I did some. Oh, did I do? I feel like I did something on Thursday. Um, what was it? Did I go somewhere? Did I do an open mic? Did I hop on a show? Dude, time is blending together. I like. Did I take the day off? I don't even know. Dude, that's bad. I'm like literally fucking. I have no idea what day it is anymore. Except for the fact that I have I know what day it is, but like it's just all blending together. All right, I'm fucking out of it. All right, yeah. No, let's see. Friday, I went up to or down to Abington, um, and then I had a great time there. Did a 10th District Brewing, really fun time. My cousin and her wife came out. Well, they came out a long time ago, but hey yo, yeah, they came to the show. That was a blast. Had a really fun time there. What's funny is my cousin, so obviously she's gay. Her wife is she does amateur woodwork type shit on the side. She built like a fucking like an entertainment system for me to put all my speakers and records and my TV and all that, whatever. But like how I originally had it designed just didn't work out. So I had her kind of break some of it down so I could move some shit down to another shelf. And so she's doing all this work for me, right? And I somehow I get tasked with watching the child. And I was just thinking man, dude, imagine showing like my grandfather this image of the gay woman doing the work while the soft hippie boy fucking watches the child. It's a good image. You shouldn't leave me alone with a kid, by the way. That's not a good idea. Unless you want them to come away with some ideas about, fucking what's really going on with the banks. It's no, you don't understand. All right, have you ever heard of Palantir? Right, Peter Thiel. I shouldn't keep talking about this shit on a podcast. I'm gonna end up flagged. There's no way I'm not already flagged by that company. All right. If you don't know, which you should, Peter Thiel is an evil person who who is basically like the George Soros of the right wing at this point. Obviously the Koch brothers, but Peter Thiel is funding, the Koch brothers are like neocons. Peter Thiel is funding he's a so-called libertarian, even though he runs a company that creates predictive AI algorithms to predict crime before it happens and put you on watch lists. And they use that in militaries all over the world, in the United States government, in the FBI, and he's putting all the people in power who say they want to destroy the FBI, even though, guess what? His software is exactly what is being used to target citizens before they commit crimes. Because that's a healthy way to run society, is just having Big Brother, they don't even need to watch you. They just predict what you're doing based on your activity, regardless of whether or not you're actually doing shit. Because realistically, they're just going to be able to use that at some point to jail you for shit that it shouldn't actually be illegal. It's just going to be speaking up against things that you think are unjust. These people complain about lack of freedom of speech, but it's the same people who supported McCarthyism in the 50s. They say, okay, we want freedom of speech, but if we can claim that you're subverting the government, we'll designate you as a terrorist organization, which is the bill they just passed through the House a couple fucking days ago, that any nonprofit who they decide is subverting the government. Who decides that? I don't know. I mean, if it's a democracy, there should be no such thing as subverting a government, because you have the freedom to do that. That's how democracy is supposed to work. Is that just me? Is that just me, that the will of the people is supposed to represent the people, and you can't just jail people for doing things that is against your idea of what the government should be? Anyways, guys, welcome to my conspiracy podcast. This is 100% what it has become. And if you leave me talking for long, this is why you shouldn't leave me next to a kid, because if you leave me talking for long enough, this is what's going to happen. But yeah, that guy founded PayPal with Elon Musk, who was an illegal immigrant when that happened, and you can look it up, that the board was very upset about the potential implications of that. And then that guy, those two guys, are putting someone in power that is going to, whatever, guys. Drain the swamp. That's why we want, pre-crime. So we can fucking have a bunch of trillionaires. The first trillionaire and a billionaire. Oh, by the way, Peter Thiel also is the shadow money behind Facebook's success and why it took over MySpace. He's behind the harvesting of data and selling it to the FBI and the CIA. Guys, you can look all this up, but I feel like I'm crazy here. People think... No, it's not. I don't think I'm crazy here. I think people think I'm crazy because I talk about this shit, But I'm not wrong, okay? This shit's all going down, and it's happening directly in front of your face, and they tell you that they're standing for the other things while they do all this bullshit, because people are too stupid to ask real questions and do some actual research, okay? They say they do their own research, but that's just because they went to Alex Jones, I don't know, man. But yeah, you shouldn't leave me alone with the child. That's basically what I'm saying. And then Saturday, that's what we were talking about. We were talking about my week. Saturday, I went up to Black Palm Brews, out in Dayville, Connecticut. Middle of nowhere. Awesome show. But who are the other comics in the lineup? Levi White and Jessica Levin fucking murdered. Crowd was awesome, just like the sweetest people in the world. The bar was great. They had some great food there. I asked, because when you just walk into a place and you're like, I don't want to get food, I don't want to spend the money, but then you're like, you just see the quality of it and you're like, there's no way I can't get food right now. Like, dude, they had like poutine, and like you could tell when like fries are made with like real beef tallow, and like they got the like good shit. And I immediately was like, I gotta get food, and I was gonna get a burger. But then they had like schnitzel on the menu, and I was like, dude, you don't serve something like schnitzel in a place in the middle of fucking nowhere like Dayville, Connecticut, unless you actually know how to make bomb-ass schnitzel. That's 100% how I view getting food. So I got that, and it was fucking delicious. The fries were great. I had a non-alcoholic beer. I haven't drank in like 3.5 months now. Um, I'm gonna get back at the end of December, but or some point in the middle of December, but um, yeah, I've been avoiding doing that, and it's going pretty successfully. I'm having, I'm not minding it so far. Um, what's it called? Yeah, so that's how that went. Like I said, the Cape Show Wednesday went great. I saw Sturgill Simpson at the MGM in Boston the other day. My comedy pal Caroline was there, so we just hung out. That was fun. What's it called? Dude, literally the best show I've ever seen in my entire life that was not Grateful Dead related. I'm gonna say that right now. Like, it was. I mean, he's like a country songwriter, but his music is very genre bending, and like he's totally turned it into like a jam band thing. But like, unlike say like Fish or bands like that, he actually writes incredible. So like, I think he's the best current songwriter, and on top of that, like what he's doing musically is fucking amazing. I mean, it was literally like the best show I've seen that wasn't the Grateful Dead. Beside, I mean, there's some like I'd put up there. Jeff Beck was incredible. Neil Young was incredible. Clapton was awesome. Dude, I'm so bummed I missed David Gilmour a couple weeks ago, but it was just so expensive I couldn't fucking justify that. Speaking of justifying, dude, I should have fucking just ponied up and gone to Hawaii last week. It's killing me. Like, I know I would have turned down a bunch of gigs I had fun doing, and work and whatever, but like, I don't know, seeing Billy Kreutzmann would have been. He's like my favorite surviving member of the Dead. I mean, even with Phil alive, rest in peace, he would have still. Like Billy and the Kids is still my favorite group. This technically wasn't just Billy and the Kids; it was Mahalo Dead, but it looked amazing. I mean, just hanging out on the beach in Hawaii, listening to Billy. The set lists were awesome. Kreutzmann just jams. He doesn't care about making mistakes. He just like says, "Fuck it, let's go." We're just gonna have fun and do whatever. Yeah, I mean, they also Billy, Mickey, and Bobby were on CBS Mornings today. They recorded it 5 days after Phil died. Talking about it became an interview about Phil, but I think it was an announcement of Grateful Dead's 60th that ended up getting changed. And also like a promotion of them getting honored at the Kennedy Center and Music Cares this year. But what's it called? I mean, it seems like they're probably still going to do Grateful Dead 60th. I mean, it's probably just going to end up being what Dead & Co. was before Bobby kicked Billy out. Yeah, I was kind of bummed watching that interview. Not only because they were talking about, Phil dying 5 days before, but also because, I mean, you can tell, like, Billy just is itching to play with those guys, and Bobby was just kind of, like, shutting him down and being a dick. Like, he's just so over-serious. I mean, obviously, like, Bobby and Dead & Company have, like, much more at stake with lawyers now that Billy's out. He can kind of just say whatever the fuck, but, like, you can tell he's just, like, wants to play and have fun with his band members, and Bobby was just shutting him down. It kind of pissed me off, Like, I've been a Bobby guy forever, but, don't talk to Billy that way. Billy's my guy, okay? We had a moment, the first set at Chicago in 2021, where he noticed that I was watching him on drums, and he was, like, making signs to me and making eye contact, and it was really cool. And then a couple, like, of the smaller venue shows I went to with Billy and the Kids after, where I was actually, like, really intimately right up front and could see him, he pointed me out twice, and that was really cool. So now Billy is my fucking guy, okay? I feel like he's, he just lets it rip. He just doesn't care about failure, and Bobby's just so over-serious, which creates some amazing fucking music that has touched my soul in a way that nothing has ever done, because, like, the seriousness that Bobby brings to it, it lends an emotionality to it that's, like, really awesome. But, you didn't get that from Phil and Friends or Billy and the Kids. But it also pulls away the willingness to just say fuck it and fail when you're trying to be perfect all the time. And, what made the Grateful Dead so special was when you had, the combination of, like, Phil wanting to go out there in this way, and Billy wanting to just jam in this way, and Bobby trying to be serious and perfect in this way, and having Jerry, being the greatest guitarist, in my opinion, that I've ever heard. Not necessarily technically, but just from an expression perspective. he would, tie all those things together and bring, if all Grateful Dead music's space, right? Bobby's inner space, Phil and Billy are outer space, and they're different types of outer space, but, Jerry was both. It was, the complete harmony of, of inner and outer space. I'm such a fucking hippie, guys. But yeah, I mean, it's just a real bummer to hear that, they were going to do Grateful Dead 60th, and I was going to be able to see Phil, Billy, and Mickey, and Bobby together for the first time. And then Phil, passed away. But it was cool seeing them all together in an interview. You can tell there's some lingering resentment over Bobby and Mickey, and Mayer kicking Billy out of Dead & Co. Because I still resent them for it. I thought Dead & Co. was better with him. But, but yeah, that Sturgill show was fucking amazing. It definitely fucked up my sleep schedule because I took some acid for it, and then I was up till fucking 5:30 in the morning. And what's it called? I overslept for work on Monday, barely made it in. I mean, I wasn't really on time, but I made it in. I don't really have like a time that I have to be there. I just kind of have to get everything. I have to get everybody picked up by, ideally 1, but 2. So I was fine, but I just now my brain just wants to fucking stay up all night. So I've just been staying up late the last couple days and fucking sleeping too long. But I didn't have work today, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But man, I just I gotta reset myself, because I slept like a fucking baby Saturday night, and then I stayed up way too late Sunday, and now I'm just fucking digging that hole again. But it's all good. What did I, Monday I was on that That's So Jewish show at Laugh Boston. I won Most Chosen. I fucking forgot, because at the end they asked me to plug, my shows and stuff like that coming up, and I should have said, I want to plug Catholicism because my mom's Catholic, and then, pull the, I win the Jewish game show, and then tell them, by the way, I'm not actually Jewish, just my dad is. But, look, when you have the name Joshua Goldstein, even if you're not Jewish, you're Jewish, okay? That's how it works, okay? I have none of the community benefits of being in one of the most hated groups in the world, but I do have all of the hatred that comes with having the name Joshua Goldstein. Dude, people used to say the most anti-Semitic shit in front of teachers and stuff growing up, and nobody would do anything. It's like the one group where you can openly mock genocide and people will just laugh along because you're a straight white man. It was fucking crazy. Teachers would literally let kids do Hitler salutes and stuff like that, and just be like, "All right, settle down. That's not okay." But they wouldn't actually fucking not like if I said some, I'm not saying I would, but hypothetically, there's some things you could say to some groups, that you get in a lot more trouble. I'm just saying, okay? Anti-Semitism is so prevalent that, you get to say, well, you're not really oppressed because, Jews own the banks and the media. That's what they say. And, but whatever. So it was cool to do that show. I had a really fun time. It was really funny. If you ever have a chance to check out that show, even if you're not Jewish, it was a fucking really cool show. Really fun. It was really lighthearted. It wasn't there's nothing political. But yeah, it was a really fun time. And I'm looking forward to that, The Chosen show over December 24th at the Comedy Studio. Fully catered with Chinese food. So if you don't have anything to do Christmas Eve, it's going to be a lineup of all Jewish comics. Fully catered Chinese food. A little more expensive ticket, but you get a full dinner, and it's going to be a really fun time. We should play some movies after. That'd be cool. Right? Just fucking, we got popcorn at the studio, so you can do popcorn, Chinese food, movies, comedy show. I mean, what else could you really fucking want? Let's see what else I got going on. I just did some open mics last night. What's it called? Oh, by the way, so last week, not this week, I was at the Capitol Theater in Port Chester going to a Dark Star Orchestra show, and I forgot to talk. I talked about that on the pod, but I didn't talk about this. So I was out. They have a little smokers alley at the Cap, or you're not supposed to smoke inside, but they have an alley where everybody goes and smoke weed because it's the Grateful Dead venue, and I'm like still bothered by this. I was fucking out there smoking with my friends, and this dude is like trying to get by me, but he's like, "Excuse me," and he puts both of his hands around my hips and leaves them there for a very long time, and then swipes my lower back with his hand as he walks away. And I'm like still fucking pissed about it, you know? You know? Like, look, I don't want to sound homophobic. That's a good start. But the reason I don't, it's like, if you're like, I don't want to go to a gay bar, people are going to be like, what are you afraid of? And it's like feeling like a woman, okay? I'm what they want, okay? I'm a twink, okay? I am, you know? I don't want to fucking, like, objectively, life is a lot better not dealing with creepy men. Why would I subject myself to that, alright? You know? I don't know. As I hit my vape. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still bothered by that, okay? What else do I have? What did I do? Oh, last Tuesday I did a couple shows. Did I record the podcast before or after that? I don't even fucking know. Dude, I feel like I've been noticing I make like way too much eye contact recently. I don't know if I don't think I have. I don't know if I'm autistic. I probably am a little autistic, but I definitely have way too much fucking anxiety. You know, where I'm just like like I'm like constantly suspicious, like an abused animal. You know, dude. Alright, so I was like hanging out with my buddy, right? Because he came and he had like a girl come, and then like she like when you know like when you're like Jewish. And you tell somebody, you always have this like this like look at each other like, hey, you're one of us, right? But then you know, I'm in like comedy show mode, right? Like I just got off stage, I'm like feeling the adrenaline, right? And I also like need everybody to tell me I'm amazing. So I what's it called? I fucking oh, maybe I'm giving too much details. I don't know. This could get back. But what's it called? I'm just trying to impress people because I want everybody to tell me I'm pretty, right? And then like I'm like making eye contact, but like not in a weird way, but I'm just like, please give me the validation that I'm funny. And then clearly she thought I was trying to fuck her. And then like now I'm trying to prove how much I'm not trying to fuck her, which just makes it seem like I'm acting guilty. And then I don't know, dude. It's just like this never-ending thing where it's like now I'm like making eye contact with because I'm being like, why do you think I'm being weird? Like you're with my friend, but I would never. And then I'm staring, and then I'm like, well, now I can't make eye contact, and I'm just trying to make eye contact because it's the eyes are the window of the soul, and then it's easier to read people that way. So now I'm making too much eye contact with him because I'm trying to be like, hey, I'm definitely not trying to do this, but now I'm trying to looks like I'm trying to do this. And then like I go to another open mic next door. They come with, and then she doesn't even give me a fist bump after my set, and I'm like, well, what the fuck? Now I need her to like me, and it's at no point was it ever what was clearly going on in her head, but now I'm just spiraling with this self-hatred thing because I need everybody to like me. Dude, it was I have too much anxiety. All right, I'm just constantly go through life like an abused animal, where I'm like, you're not gonna fuck with me, right? I need everybody to prove that they like me at all times, or else I you know, I feel like most people do like me, and I walk around thinking everybody hates me, and then I act weird because of that, and it's all in my head. But you know. Dude, I'm literally like an abused animal. Like, have you ever like seen like a pit bull who got adopted, where you just kind of like side eyeing you all the time, like this guy's fucking deal. What's this guy's fucking deal? Who do you know? Are you talking shit to me about me to your friends? Huh? Is that what's going on right now? I don't know. It's not healthy. I don't think I'm healthy, guys. The comedian has issues. Who knew? I don't know. Oh, dude, at the show on Wednesday, I fucking I had like a parallel thinking thing with another comic, but I wasn't watching their set because I was looking at my notes because I was about to go up and I was trying a new thing. And so he did a whole bit based around a joke that I have that apparently he started doing first, but we don't work a lot together, so I didn't know he had the joke. So I do basically his joke almost word for word, like right after his set, and I had no idea why the room pulled back and got weird when I did it. Um, and then all the other comics started ragging on me after, but it was very awkward after, cause like you don't want to fucking I didn't want to be that, I wasn't trying to do anything like that. It was like we were cool after. I just explained what happened. But it was kind of shitty. It's not a fun feeling, Because, like, obviously he probably thought I was watching his set and just, like, stole his joke. What, to just, like, fucking alpha him? I don't know. What was that? What would I even get out of that? You get no credit for having a joke. Or is it, like, proving that it's my joke? And I don't fucking know, like, what good thing could come out of that for me in that situation by doing somebody else's joke. I don't know. But he was upset at the beginning, and then we talked it out, and we were fine. But then every other comic on the lineup made a fucking joke about it after, which was kind of funny. But yeah, I don't know. I wasn't trying to do anything like that. It is what it is. I'm glad we got over it, but it was kind of annoying. Not annoying, but it was now I just have to drop that joke just to be respectful. Which isn't the biggest deal. It's not like it's the greatest joke in the fucking world, but it was literally just like somebody said something about chicken tenders when I was on stage one time, when I was like hosting my mic one time. So then they literally just said the phrase chicken tenders. So I was just like introducing the next comic, and I was like, oh, like wouldn't it be funny if the people who take care of chickens would call chicken tenders? And then I've been doing that joke for like a fucking year and a half, and he was very upset that he apparently had been doing it for a minute. Before that, but I don't know his fucking set. We worked together like twice since the pandemic. How the fuck do I know your act? Also, I don't watch most other comedians before I go up. After I go up, I'll watch it, but before I go up, I'm fucking in my own little world. It is what it is. Let's see. Did you guys know that, there's like a thing with people who drive Jeeps to put like rubber ducks on their dashboard? Because I did not know that whatsoever. And it made me insanely paranoid. Not like paranoid, but like I kept seeing like black Jeeps with like rubber ducks on their dashboard, but I didn't know it was like a thing that Jeep owners do. Jeep owners are fucking losers, by the way. There's like the stupidest fucking fandom you could become a part of is fucking like I don't know, like the Jeep wave, and like apparently you gotta put rubber ducks on your dashboard. It's like, you guys are fucking losers. Okay, why is this the thing? By the way, my brother owns a Jeep, and he keeps thinking that the things I'm making fun of, whether it's country or politics or now Jeeps, are directed at him, and they're not, but it is funny that they all happen to be things he does. But I don't know, he's gonna listen to this. But dude, I like was literally driving around like, why do I keep seeing the same fucking Jeep? They're in my hometown, they're in Southie, they're in this place, they're in that. Like, what is, like, I didn't think they were following me. I was like, why are we living these parallel lives? Like, we could just carpool together at this point. And and then I saw like a gray Jeep with the ducks on the dashboard, and I was like, oh, this is just another gay ass fucking Jeep thing. We're not. I don't happen to be running into the same fucking car in a bunch of really random places over and over again. These people are all just kind of losers. But I don't know. I say that as a comedian who lives with his parents and has a bunch of damage on the outside of his car. That wasn't his fault, but insurance doesn't cover it because, if somebody sideswipes you, you have no way to prove it. If somebody sideswipes you when you're parked, you have no way to prove it, so you kind of, just have to eat that cost. But I don't care enough about superficial things on the outside of my car to pay thousands of dollars, because guess what? The car runs fucking fine. All right, if I blow a tire, which I did twice a couple weeks ago, I'll pay those differences, right? Because I need to drive, or if something happens to my engine or anything like that. But if it's on the outside, I mean, like, whatever. It's just fucking. It's just how it looks. Who gives a shit? And that really sums up my philosophy to life. If the car's running, I don't really care. Okay, it gets me where I need to go. All right, who am I trying to impress? It's usually women, but speaking of women, I don't know, dude. I had like a realization, when I was on acid the other day, right? Because I was fucking, I was just like sitting at home, and like after the show, and I was like listening to the Dead, right? And because I work with dogs, okay, and the big problem with working in groups of dogs is you can't have unneutered males, right? Because they just start fights all the time, right? And they start humping all the women, they're humping all the bitches, and they run. They're always trying to prove something to everybody, right? They're all trying to size everybody up, prove who's alpha. Unneutered males are like the frat bros of the animal kingdom, Like, they're the worst, right? And if you look at, like, the unneutered males, right, they're the sweetest animals on the or the neutered males, like the fixed dog. They're the sweetest animals on the planet, They just want to, like, run around, lick your face, play ball, If one of the unneutered ones comes up and steals the ball from them, they don't have to start a fight. They're like, hey, man, violence doesn't solve anything, man, right? Because they have nothing to worry about. They have nobody to impress. They just get to be themselves, They get to be the child they are on the inside, because they don't have any bitches to impress, they're not sitting there while the girls on the side just like, you're really just gonna take that from him? I thought you were a man, right? They don't have to put on the show and pretend to be masculine all the time because they're afraid of giving someone the ick. That's the real problem with men, is we're all trying to posture to impress women. It's like if you look at the frat bros, right? Everybody complains the most about the frat bros, but guess who gets the most pussy in college? Right? And granted, a lot of it not consensual, but they're still getting enough consensual where you're like, they're still putting up numbers. Everybody hates the sales bros in Southie, but y'all want the big house. I guess what I'm saying is the real problem with toxic masculinity is women, right? They're who it's all for, Guys don't have to put each other down if it wasn't for the fact that social status makes you more attractive to women, If proving how big and tall and masculine you were wasn't what they wanted, we would just be hanging out fucking playing ball together, It's like, elementary school girls are catty even at a young age. Boys are cool as shit until chicks show up, And all of a sudden, that's when the problems start, The cause of most violence in the world is the ick. That's it. If we could, think of how much more peaceful society would be if men could just wear flip-flops with confidence, If they could just, if we could just be our the sweetness that's inside of us without worrying about scaring away the bitches, just make the type of jokes we want to make, fucking, you don't have to carry yourself with this edge, to prove how stoic you are. That's it. That's our real problem. Is just the things women are attracted to pull out all of the worst qualities in men. Hey, Cassidy. Hey, everybody. Say hello to Cassidy. What's up, girl? Come here, buddy. Oh, you're so happy. Hi. Hey, buddy. Who's a good girl? My dog came to see me, everybody. Hi, buddy. Who's a good girl? Where'd Mama go? Hi, buddy. You're so happy. Yeah, this is my dog, everybody. This is my little bitch. Who's my good girl? What are you doing? What's going on, pal? Are you getting ignored? You need to say hi to me? Oh, she's fucking... This dog is getting more and more fucking obsessed with me as time goes on. Alright, I'm her favorite, okay? Which is great, but, sometimes it's like, hey, you could just leave me alone. What are you doing? What are you doing? What's going on? What do you want from me? Huh? What are you asking me? I'm trying to record a podcast here, buddy. Do you want to say anything to the people? No? Okay. I don't know. There's something to that angle. Okay, what? Why are you pawing at me? Huh? I don't know if I can't take you out right now. No. No, hi, buddy. You want to climb up? Come here. Come here, buddy. Come on. Hop up. Hop up. Come on. Okay, I'll take you in a little bit. Yeah. You gotta give me a couple minutes. I gotta finish the podcast, buddy. Where you going? You just gonna lie down there? You gonna lie down on top of the book? That's not gonna be comfortable. No, it's not. I know. Sorry, guys. My dog is more important than you. Okay, I don't know what you want me to say. Let's see. Do I have anything else I want to talk about this week? Juan Soto. Do you think the Red Sox are making a serious effort? Because everything online says that they're upping their offers, they're making a serious effort. But I don't know. I don't want to get my hopes up. I really don't. I've been hurt too much by this team in the last couple of years to get my hopes up that they're actually going to make the correct decision and sign a generational talent who would be quite literally the perfect Red Sox. Okay, I would forgive them for Mookie Betts if they just bring in Juan Soto, but I don't know if I feel confident in that decision. But I mean, if it happens, I will be just insufferable to the Yankees fans in my life. Dude, if we get Soto, we already have too many outfielders, all right? That means we're going to have pieces to trade, right? Because we got Ceddanne Rafaela, who's a platinum glove outfielder. We got Jarren Duran, who's a fucking stud. You put Rafaela in right, Duran in center, Soto in left. That's a fucking sick team. And then you've got Roman Anthony, who's a top 10 prospect in baseball coming up behind that. You got Tristan Casas, who's a great power hitter, but he's not getting the average numbers that you really want out of him, all right? Which means you just got trade pieces galore to find something, get some top-of-the-line starters in here, all right? You got, you got Raffy at third. We could always move him to DH, but then it's because we got Marcelo Mayer coming up. We've got, who's the other fucking guy? The second baseman. Red Sox talk prospects. 1 second. Top prospects. MLB Red Sox top prospects. Yeah, we got Christian Campbell coming up. We got Braden Montgomery coming up. Kyle Teal's gonna fucking debut next year. We got fucking 2 stud catchers with Connor Wong. Franklin Arias is supposed to be a great prospect. Miguel Bleis, Yoelan Cespedes. I mean, we have so many fucking trade pieces right now. I mean, there's, it's really encouraging to see what we have to trade. Mikey Romero, Dick Fitz, Chase Medroff. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think we got to start making some deals. Because when you have top prospects like that, you can trade for younger prospects and MLB players at the same time. You got a real chance. Dude, we have a real chance to build something here. And it pisses me off because it's just going to validate all of the insufferable decisions. What's it called? Between letting Mookie go and Xander and all that. Xander looks like the right decision now. We were never giving him that deal, but we could still have Mookie Betts, It's I don't know. I swore off being a true Red Sox fan when the Mookie thing happened, and then they kind of pulled me back in with the Kyle Schwarber year back in 2021, and then they immediately lost me again by not signing him again and fucking up the payroll situation yet again. But we're here now, and I don't know. It's really encouraging. If we just got to sign him, all right? And if we don't sign him, we got to bring in, like, Teoscar Hernandez. Got to bring in some pitchers. We got to make some fucking moves. But if we do, it's encouraging. Speaking of encouraging, fucking Drake May. Kid looks like a stud. I still wish we got Bo Nix instead. I think he's much more of a pro quarterback. He can run a more sophisticated offense around him. He's got, granted he's on a better team. But he's the type of quarterback I want. Like, I'd rather a Tua if he didn't have, a jello brain than a Justin Herbert. But that's just me. And I'm really encouraged by, I think the Pats have a potential to really turn this around in the next couple of years, but it's going to take some time. They got to build out the offensive line. They got to add some weapons. The defense kind of doesn't look that hot, without McCourty. We got a lot of we need to pick up some fucking linebackers. That's our real issue on defense. We got a great D-line, and we got a decent secondary, but if you can't, cover the middle of the field and rush the quarterback, and support the run. I mean, linebackers are the most important part of a defense right now in the NFL, and we just don't have the linebacking core. And an offensive line is always the most important part of an offense, no matter what anybody says. We don't really have that right now. But if we can, flesh those things out, I mean, I think the Pats got a real good chance. I don't follow the Bruins, really, but, they just fired their coach because their front office, who is the one, actually responsible for the shit show that the Bruins have been so far this year, isn't going to take any accountability for themselves because the Jacobs family doesn't give a shit, which is really why I don't really follow the Bruins that much. It's just, there's always so much hope, and they never really actually do anything. I like hockey. I watch playoff hockey, but it's just not, I'd rather follow the Celtics, really. And boy, are the Celtics fucking good right now. We beat the Cavs. First team to beat the Cavs all season, broke their undefeated streak. We're about to play them, I think, our next game. Porzingis came back. He looked awesome the other night. Yeah, I don't know. We got some really good fucking, I don't know. But, people have been down on Boston sports, except for the C's. I think we're about to look at another good era. You gotta hold through. I think the Red Sox are gonna have a huge off season. And I have not had hope that the Red Sox would do that for years, but I really think they're being serious about Soto. And even if they don't get Soto, I mean, Vlad Guerrero Jr. would be an awesome pickup. We got to trade for some pitching, Teoscar Hernandez, and we really just, we have the pieces to move where, I love Cases, but if we have to move Cases to get some other players in here, I'm fucking down. All right, we got the prospects to trade. And we got prospects coming up. We got the prospects to come up, Marcelo Mayor and what's his name is our middle infield. Christian Campbell for our middle infield for the next couple of years would be fucking outstanding. I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic about the Boston Red Sox right now, which I haven't been able to say in a really long time. So it's exciting. But speaking of exciting, I'm gonna have a great weekend this weekend with all the shows I got. Looking forward to Mendoza. Looking forward to Democracy. Yeah, it's just gonna be fun. What's it called? Do I have anything midweek next week? Oh yeah, I'm gonna be down in Bristol, Rhode Island on the 2nd. Hoping to hop onto something Sunday. I want to work my new shit, just kind of see where that goes. With me working new shit, it's just usually bombing horrendously until I figure it out. That's how I write jokes, right? I intentionally try to lose the audience just to win them back. But when I don't have the bits down, it just makes me sound like a bad person. I was about to make a comment that I probably shouldn't, but whatever. I'm just saying, if certain people send their friends around to watch me do stand-up when I'm working out new shit on a weekday, and then they're shocked that I say something that makes me sound like an asshole, that's kind of on them, because, it's not finished material, and you don't know what the fuck you're watching. Because you don't know how my process works, okay? Are you still bitter about something from 3 years ago? Of course. I don't know. Is it really from 3 years ago if it keeps happening? Look, nobody knows what I'm talking about except for people who do, and they're laughing right now. So, yeah, alright. This is, we're at like 45 minutes. I can call it, okay? I should be able to just call it after 30 minutes, alright? It's my podcast. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Alright. My dog walked away. That bitch. I'm also at Capo next Wednesday. Although I'll be putting another episode out next Wednesday. But if you don't hear that, I'll be at Capo. I got some exciting stuff coming up. Pumped to talk about. I just got added to Laugh Boston with Gary Veter in January. I'm going to have some spots coming up at Empire Comedy Club up in Portland. Hopefully some Comedy Connection dates in the spring. I'm excited, man. I got a fucking good thing going. Regardless of what that one person who works at that one place wants to tell me. Because, whatever. I don't need to get my pettiness into this podcast, which I clearly have in the last couple minutes. But, let's just say I have my reasons. Yeah, alright, this has been another podcast. Thank you guys for listening. See you back for another weekend. Week? I don't know, guys. I'm fucking tired, alright? You do acid on a weeknight and stay up till 5:30, and it fucks up your whole week. Who knew? Yeah, alright, everybody have a good one. Peace.